Hey everybody, it's Atlan. What's happening? And well, it's August here in Ohio, which means it is the hottest time of the year. It's the driest time of the year, and we're in what we like to call the dog days of summer, which means it's right before the fall, and everything is just the hottest and the driest it can possibly be. So when you're doing activities like hiking, camping, backpacking, you've got to stay hydrated. Now, I went backpacking a couple weekends ago at Mohican State Forest, and it was hot there. It was super hot and very dry, and it was pushing 90 degrees Fahrenheit. It was a little uncomfortable at times, and I had to make sure that I stay hydrated because I was doing a lot of miles. I did 20 miles that weekend, so I had to stay hydrated. And I know a lot of people like to just stick with plain water, which is absolutely great. Water is probably the best thing for you. But for me personally, when I'm out hiking in conditions like that, I need something to replenish my electrolytes and kind of get me rehydrated and feeling like myself again. So I have two main go-tos that I use when I'm out there on the trail, and I use these year round, not just when it's super hot, but they're especially nice when it's hot. But before I go into these, please make sure you're a subscriber. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like and you share and you comment and subscribe on this video. It really helps me out a lot. Okay, so like I said, I have two main go-tos that I go to. I am not paid by either of these companies. I am not sponsored by either of these companies. These are just the two hydration methods that I use. And I know there are a lot out there. There are a lot of options you could go with. These are just two that I've found that really work well for me. One I like a little bit more than the other, but let's talk about both of them. Okay, the first one is one I've been using for quite a while. I've had this in my arsenal of replenishment, and that is the Advocare Spark packets, these little tiny packets here. They weigh almost nothing. They're super, super light. I really enjoy the taste of some of these. Not all of them. Some of them are a lot better than others, and I don't have one on me. This one's mandarin orange. This one's watermelon. I have a coconut pina colada type flavor one that is just out of this world. It's fantastic, and I love these things. They're so light. They're so easy to pack in and out, and you literally just open these packets, you dump them in your water and shake it up a little bit, and you're good to go. And they really do help. I've noticed the amino acid supplements and the vitamins that it gives me really helps. It boosts my my energy. I just feel a lot better when I have one of these in my water. Now, these are a bit pricey. My wife ends up picking up a lot of these. She uses them for all kinds of hydration for herself. She uses the giant tubs full of the powder. She doesn't like coffee, so she drinks Spark in the morning to get her her fix. But she buys these packets a lot too, just for on the go. And I'll steal a lot of these and take them on my backpacking trips, or even just day hiking. They're absolutely fantastic. They're so light, and they work great. They taste great. I really enjoy them a lot. So the other option I'm using, I just started using these more recently, and these are the Nuun tablets. And you get a little container, a little tube of these. So you can get these at REI, and you can get them on Amazon as well. The Nuun tablets they're a little bit bulkier. They're a little bit heavier. You don't necessarily have to take the whole tube, of course. You could just pack a couple of these, and these are basically, instead of a powder, they are like a tablet. They're kind of like basically the only way I can compare them to is like an Alka-Seltzer type tablet. They're this size, and now opposed to the powder packets of these Advocare Sparks, these will go into a bottle really easily. These, not so much. You have to actually break these in half, plop them into your water, but they basically work like an Alka-Seltzer. They dissolve in the water. If you shake it up a little bit, it does accelerate the process a little bit. But these are a great supplement. They are great for. These are the Nuun Sports that I use, and the one tube is 10 servings, as opposed to one packet is for a bottle of water. The only thing about the Nuun tablets I'm not super enamored with is the taste. I don't think the taste is as good as the Advocare Sparks. This is grape. I have two flavors of these, but the grape, it smells like grape, but when you put it in the water, it doesn't necessarily taste like grape, in my opinion. I just don't think these taste as good. They just, I don't know. They're just not as good. The Sparks, they you know, taste fantastic. So I prefer the Sparks, but again, the Nuun tablets are kind of a good way to mix things up and just shake up the routine a little bit. And again, these are great for, you know, just add it to 16 ounces of water and you're good to go. These really, really do help. I definitely notice a difference sometimes I get really dizzy out there from the heat. I feel like nauseated and things like that. And if I drink one of these or one of these, I definitely feel a heck of a lot better. So when you're out there in this heat, you got to take care of yourself. Be safe. And like I said, even in the winter, people forget about this, but you have to stay hydrated in the winter as well. And sometimes the air is even drier in the winter. So, you know, these are great for year round. These aren't going to freeze on you or anything like that. Of course, powder's not going to freeze on you. The only thing you have to worry about is your water freezing if it's that cold. But these things are great. They're going to work for you pretty much year round. So these are my 2 recommendations: the Spark from Advocare packets or the Nuun tablets. Both fantastic. Both have their own unique flavors, their unique benefits. They're highly recommended by me. I think they both work great and highly recommend it. If you are out there hiking in this heat, make sure you take care of yourself and be safe. Just be careful, watch for the signs of heat stroke and things like that. Make sure you stay very hydrated. And if you're in a place where there's not a lot of water to be had, make sure you pack it in with you. Water's heavy, but you are going to be so glad you did. And one of the best things about when you get to camp at the end of the evening and you pour one of these in your water, it'll just make you feel like $1 million. I promise you. Thanks everybody for watching, and as always, please be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot. And be sure to check out my Teespring store where you can get some cool Outland merch like this awesome sweatshirt that I'm wearing. There's t-shirts, all kinds of great stuff out there. Be sure and check it out. Thanks guys for your support. I really appreciate it. Look forward to some more great content very soon. I'll talk to you guys later.